Taoiseach, as you know, the British government's shameful legacy bill goes to report stage in the House of Lords today. And if it goes through, it will definitively shut the door on families' efforts to achieve truth and justice through the courts. And it will, of course, give an amnesty to those responsible for their deaths. Heartbroken families who have been fighting for years, determined to get truth and justice for their loved ones, have expressed now huge concern. Opposition to the bill is shared by victims, families, human rights experts, the UN, all of the political parties on this island, as well as officials in the United States and the EU. Yesterday, the Council of Europe's Commissioner for Human Rights added her voice to these. She warned that passing the bill would violate Britain's international obligations and put victims' rights at risk. Taoiseach, I have a direct question for you. If this legislation goes through, and it appears it will the Irish Government take an interstate case to the European Court of Human Rights to vindicate the rights of victims and survivors on this island?
Thanks, Deputy. I just want to reiterate and restate the Government's opposition to this legacy bill. We think it's entirely the wrong approach. We owe it to the victims to make sure that we all do everything we can to make sure that any information that can be given to the police is given to the police, and that those people are prosecuted if at all possible. And that's why we're very much against this legacy bill. And I've made that very clear to the Prime Minister, as has the Taoiseach to his counterparts. It's been discussed with the US President and is discussed at European level as well. The bill has not yet been enacted, and certainly if it is enacted, if it does become law, we will then at that point give consideration to whether an interstate case is appropriate. So